As people celebrate their mothers, or rather the mothers in their lives, thousands of mothers and mothers-to-be across the country will spend the day in a shelter for those escaping domestic violence. Homelessness is a pressing issue affecting millions of individuals and families around the country. Among those affected by this crisis are homeless mothers who face a unique set of challenges. Newzroom Afrika's Veronica Makhoali is tracking the story for us and joins us live. Veronica, good to speak to you this afternoon. Just give us some insights on the statistics around homelessness, particularly of mothers.
Well, Hugo, we know that in the latest census it revealed that there are more than 55,000 homeless people in South Africa, with women making about 17,000 of those figures. But what we do know about homeless mothers, and at least expecting mothers, is not enough really, Hugo. And that's why we have centers like this one, the Frida Hartley Shelter, where it accommodates homeless mothers and expecting mothers. And they've seen them come through in their doors. We are standing now in the passageway of the shelter where the rooms are here, where there are at least more than 45 mothers here. In a year, this shelter will take up to more than 200 women with their children. And we're going to speak to essentially just one of the women that are seeking shelter here. Let's just make sure that she is here. Makhoali. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. I think first and foremost, of course, this is part of the shelters here at the Frida Hartley, a room like this where many of the women share space with two of the women, while their children also are permitted to sleep in some of these rooms. I think first to start off with, Makhoali, a happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. Same to you.
I think, of course, we can start with just the circumstances that led you to a shelter as this one, perhaps maybe just your story of motherhood.
Okay, so I found myself one day, I was on the streets and I was doing drugs and I was not okay, and I couldn't find a job, and that was frustrating. But by the mercy of God, I got help from outreach, and which led me here.
And I think obviously you've been here. How long have you been at the shelter, and how has it assisted you through your journey, I suppose, of motherhood, going through what you have been through?
Yes, so I've been here for 1 year now, and it has helped me through my traumas, and it has helped me with my academics. For example, now I have a certificate for administration, and I also did IT. So that increases my chances of getting employed and upgrading myself and doing good for my baby, my child, and me.
Obviously, we know that we're here today to celebrate mothers such as yourself with really a bravery and, a resilience like no other. I think, just to speak of motherhood in a shelter, and perhaps maybe speaking for the other 40 women that live here, what does it take to be a mother living in a shelter and navigating what is, some might say, the hardest job in the world?
Yes. So for us, it's a stepping stone to be here. We really appreciate to be here because we see other mothers outside not being able to feed their children, coming here for us to ask us if we have anything to give for their children to eat. By the end of the day, we are all mothers, and it's frustrating to see that. We appreciate this chance and many chances that we have, including academics, guys who would deny that chance in life. When you hear, you just see the brighter future within you. And I can't say more. Thank you to Frida Hartley.
Yeah. Well, yours is really a story of just, restoring yourself back to dignity. I just want to say, what are your favorite moments of motherhood?
To grow your child. And one of my favorites is that I see the future, that I am going to give my child a bright future. I'm going to give my child a shelter to stay. I don't want my child to go through what I went through. And being in this shelter have given me that perspective in life. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be great. And I'm going to do good for my child to grow in a warm home.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. That's Makhoali really speaking to us as we join her in her home and in her shelter, just about what it takes to be a mother. And sometimes the forgotten mothers that we often not speak about, those seeking shelter, and encouraging us essentially to speak more about this, not just of words of encouragement, but concrete plans to help women such as Makhoali to navigate the challenges here. And of course, one can do that by donating to shelters like this. But if yourself, you are a woman looking to maybe perhaps find a safe space, a safe haven, there are shelters just like this one, like the Frida Hartley Shelter here in Yeoville in Johannesburg. Back to you in studio.
Veronica, Makhoali, appreciate your time just giving us a sense of hope for those women who may have struggled, but there's always the opportunity to make a fresh start.